And straight ahead, as First at 4 continues, a celebration all about bringing community partners together. And a woman in southern Kentucky is without a home, and a man is behind bars after her house was destroyed by fire.
And beautiful weather continues as we head through the rest of tonight. The very latest is ahead as First at 4 continues.
Mountain News First at 4 continues.
Operation Unite hosted a symposium at the Mountain Arts Center today in Prestonsburg. It was all about bringing community partners together. The gathering celebrated the more than 30 entities that unite under the organization's umbrella, giving them a space to celebrate the work they do and how it impacts the region, something the group has not been able to do together in 8 years.
We're here today to celebrate 20 years of Operation Unite's community coalitions, their volunteer spirit, their compassion, their generosity in giving of their time.
Hale says another meeting will take place Thursday in Manchester with special guest Congressman Hal Rogers celebrating the 32 coalitions. Disability Resource Center opened its new doors in Hazard today. The center has been operating for nearly 5 years. It serves disabled folks in Bell, Harlan, Leslie, Letcher, and Perry counties. Assistant Director Brenda Noble says they needed to upgrade their space because of how much they've grown.
After coming in and being able to go out in the community and promote the agency and get our name out, we have over 300 clients now.
Noble says she hopes to continue to grow the organization and serve even more people. Coming up at 6, find out why services like this are important and why they are needed. Kentucky's education leader will leave his post at the end of September. Dr. Jason Glass made that announcement yesterday, and today the commissioner of the Kentucky Department of Education is talking about his decision. Glass began his career as a social studies teacher at Hazard Independent Schools. This morning he addressed the media for the first time since the announcement to discuss his decision and how politics played a role. Glass told the media, quote, "Of course my decision to leave was influenced by the political situation that we find ourselves in Kentucky, but also in many other places across the nation. Here, this is part of an effort to turn education into a political wedge issue." Glass is a third-generation Kentucky educator. In 2016, President Barack Obama nominated Glass to the National Board for Education Sciences. The Kentucky Board of Education will hold a special meeting in mid-August to determine the next steps and timeline for moving forward.
Looking absolutely fantastic region-wide this afternoon. Plenty of sunshine, comfortable temperatures, comfortable humidity. There's the view from Hazard. I see one tiny cloud in the sky. I'll even highlight it for you. One little cloud. That's about it. It is gorgeous outside today. How about this? Low to, at times, middle 80s, but everybody's really seems to be within a degree or two of about 81. And yeah, it's really, really nice outside. Wise, even at 73. They're the usual cool spot there. Look at these dew points, though. How about middle and upper 50s? You don't see that in August every year, and yeah, I'll enjoy it while we've got it because those are also on the way up as we head through the next few days. Your forecast first this evening. Maybe you may get some extra burgers and dogs you want to slap on the grill. I'd say go ahead. How about low 80s, upper 70s, comfortable temperatures heading through tonight. We end up in the upper 50s to low 60s with clear to partly cloudy skies. Though, Steve, I can't rule out more showers headed our way before the week's out. The details on that in a few.
Thank you. A Southern Kentucky woman says her home was destroyed and her dog is missing, presumed dead after a fire. Police have made one arrest and they say more charges are pending. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to the devastated homeowner and has more from Rockcastle County.
Jason Bullock was charged with alcohol intoxication and trespassing. This after police were called to the fire, a fire that destroyed a home and left 2 firefighters with some injuries.
I've worked so hard for my
Candy Daly says she came home Saturday to find her home destroyed by fire. Everything inside was gone, and she says a beloved dog was missing and presumed dead. Police say Jason Bullock was near the home and he had been trespassing and was intoxicated. He was taken to jail but was later released on bond. Daly says some neighbors witnessed a man going inside and then the fire starting. She says they fear that a 6-week-old puppy had died in the fire.
The neighbors gave him to us, and he was just the sweetest little thing. He was my daughter's support dog because hers had got hit by a semi on the main highway. And she's cried so hard, we looked all over for it. We looked under the house, in the house, the fire department looked.
This case is now in the hands of Kentucky State Police, and I'm told that they are investigating, and it's likely that they will be presenting information to a grand jury for a possible indictment on charges relating to this fire. In Rockcastle County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
The homeowners say the Red Cross has been assisting them with their losses. A jury in Pittsburgh is deliberating whether to sentence the Tree of Life synagogue shooter to death. The judge gave the panel brief instructions this morning before they began deliberations. Robert Bauer's attorneys have urged jurors to spare his life, arguing he suffers from mental illness. The jury already convicted him of murdering 11 worshipers and wounding 6 others in 2018. Police in Memphis say a Jewish school's strict safety procedures stopped a potential mass shooting. Officers wounded a gunman who tried and failed to get inside the school yesterday. CBS's Lilia Luciano has that story.
It's a shocking and sadly all too familiar scene.
On a property armed with a gun.
A gunman on a school campus. But thankfully, the suspect never made it inside the Margolin Hebrew Academy in Memphis on Monday. Officials credited the school's stringent security measures with preventing a mass shooting.
We cannot thank the people from Hebrew Academy enough for their vigilance. Thankfully, that school had a great safety procedure and process in place and avoided anyone being harmed or injured at that scene.
With no way in, investigators say the suspect fired several shots outside of the building before driving off. Normally, about 160 students from pre-K to 12th grade roamed the halls of the school, but no students or staff members were harmed. The school provided police with this photo of the suspect and a description of his vehicle. Investigators say officers then quickly caught up with him and pulled him over.
He immediately emerged out of the vehicle with the gun in his hand, and that resulted in an officer discharging his duty weapon.
According to officials, the suspect was shot and is currently hospitalized in critical condition. State investigators are now reviewing the incident. Lilia Luciano, CBS News, New York.
The man is described as a former student. Coming up on First at 4, July could possibly go down as the hottest month ever. What climate officials are saying about this month of heat.
And for us, some sunshine continues for parts of the next couple of days. The changes move in too. Those details ahead.